Clean air, fresh water, and nutritious food are a necessity for anyone's existence, but for some persons, these are many times considered luxuries. In order to survive, a people must have the means to provide for themselves and continuously maintain and manage their resources. Jawala is just one of several riverine communities located in Upper Mazaruni Region 7. On its outskirts are villages such as Parima, Philippi, Kako, and Baramadan. This area is home to an estimated 700 Amerindian families and can only be accessed by airplane, which is very costly and not affordable to many. In these communities, gold and diamond mining has been a bittersweet experience, sometimes providing a seasonal source of income, while at the same time being very damaging to the environment, destroying fish habitat, degrading water quality, and pushing wildlife away from areas of operations. The main source of protein, fish, when available, have naturally high levels of mercury. The community of Jawala has a history of pulling together and doing things for themselves. This is evident in the construction of the community's health center, primary school, and community center. Use Alawarpai is a community group with a mandate to reduce poverty, and they have been using a similar approach to community development. Recognizing the need for alternative sources of income and protein, Use Alawarpai sought assistance to address these challenges. The assistance was provided by the Canadian International Development Agency CIDA through CHF under the Building Community Capacity Project Phase 2. BCCP focused on capacity building.
We do capacity building because we recognize that a number of projects fail as soon as or while donor fundings continue. The reason for this is because the groups themselves do not usually have the ability to continue and to work effectively to execute programs, and this can only be addressed by building their capacity. As a result, what we do, we design our capacity building package not only to execute our projects, but for the development of the groups generally. In this regard, we do management systems, we do financial systems, we enable the groups to put procedures, systems, and policies and processes in place to effectively deliver their programs to benefit the communities in which they live.
As part of the capacity building, CIDA agreed to fund a sub-project under BCCP for Use Alawarpai called New Sources of Protein in Jawala. This project takes advantage of Jawala's lush green open fields and is aimed at rearing goats and cultivating kitchen gardens to provide a healthy and regular supply of protein and vegetables and increased income. The project involved moving 150 goats from the coastal area of Guyana to Jawala. Goats were selected and assessed by veterinary personnel who administered preventative medicines. Each animal was tagged, quarantined, and transported by land, air, and water. Beneficiaries were selected by the community and were not allowed to slaughter or transfer animals for the first 18 months. During that period, each beneficiary was required to return 3 reared goats to the organization for distribution to a set of new beneficiaries. At the end of the 18 months, beneficiaries are allowed to sell or use their animals. Manure from goats was used as fertilizers for kitchen gardens.
I think it's a real something beneficial in terms of setting up kitchen garden, and because the dung is very important, and we shorten our fertilizers, so it's more economical in terms of producing greens, and at the same time the meat provide proteins for our people.
We're so thankful for these goods that CIDA and CHF are giving to us as gifts, and I know it will do a lot to us in this community.
And I'm glad to receive the good, and I know that in my future I would be benefit from the good by getting meat and by getting my fertilizer and milk and whatsoever. And I'm so happy to receive the good.
I fall in love with the animals, and I really take care of them from since we have those goats. and I'm so thankful for that.
We are the first people in Upper Mazruni, and I would like every one of us thank the program that we were the first people in this community, in this region, this district.
When we planned for this project, we saw it fit that it was very important to our community, for our communities, and for the people there. For the past years, we haven't seen animals in our village, and we saw it fit to have them.
Being one of the beneficiaries, and I happened to be attending these workshops that were provided in advance before we received these animals. Secondly, we were trained how to care the animals, treat them when they are ill with different kinds of medication.
The Ministry of Agriculture and other organizations provided their support through training in goat rearing, cash crop farming, and disease control. A project committee has been given the responsibility to oversee this project and its implementation, supported by ongoing coaching and mentoring from CHF and the Ministry of Agriculture's veterinary personnel.
I am now foreseeing what is going to happen. It's going to be providing animal protein not too long from now, as well as greens and vegetables that we have been lacking for quite a long time. Not knowing that we don't eat, we have our own customary way of eating our meals and so not too long from now we're supposed to be having a balanced diet that is lacking in this region. And once again I wanted to, on behalf, not really on behalf, but on behalf of myself and family, that we extend our gratitude and sincere thanks to the sponsors as such.
We are fortunate today to have animals in our community, and I appreciate this because this is what the community needs. We're increasing in our population and we need animals that can give us milk for the children in school. I mean, we need a lot more. But I must say thanks right now for the beginning of this project in our community. And I hope that this organization will continue also to look into our interests.
I'm the coordinator for this project, and I have learned quite a lot and benefited quite a lot from the project. I have experienced, since the project started, I experienced a number of changes. In fact, where there was no fence, there's now fence going up everywhere. Their kitchen garden is going up, fence kitchen garden is going up. And generally, I find the attitude of people towards projects, they just simply change. I myself, I have undergone a little bit of change.
This project has not only changed the people and changed the environment at Guyana, but it has also changed me. I've learned to appreciate that development work does not happen overnight. We struggled initially with this project because residents were, many of them, fearful of goats. The goats are now like toys for the children. The children are now playing with the goats and it becomes part of the family. It has changed me in a major way. It has also changed Guyana, the entire landscape of Guyana. Previously you come to Guyana and you look around and you cannot see an animal around. Now you look around in Guyana, wherever you look you see goats. And it tells you that you have done something or that you have contributed in some way to make a change. So BCCP program, this program of BCCP at Guyana has made change in my life, I think in the lives of people and also in the entire landscape. Instructive with this project, however, is that it is not only confined to Guyana. Residents from Kako would be having goats and residents from Ramadan would be having goats. And in further replication, they'll get more and more. And then we'll go into other communities like Parima and Philippi and also give them goats. What we're hoping is that through this single project at Guyana, every single community in this sub-region of Mazruni would have goats in about 18 months' time. And then they can grow those goats, develop those goats and expand their herd and use that as a means of income, as a means of protein, and to improve their livelihood.
The distribution of goats for a new rich source of protein does not end here. For Jawala's benefit, the continued commitment of the participants will determine the sustainability of the program as well as the expansion of kitchen gardens to farms. It is intended that with continued success, more and more communities and households in the Upper Mazaruni area will become self-reliant and have access to the basic necessities of regular, safe protein and vegetables.